What's going on, people? Today I am actually reviewing Bloodshot, the digital stream. This movie was released early digitally for people just because of the fact that I feel like the production companies felt like it didn't make enough money during its theatrical run just because of everything that is going on in the world right now. It is crazy. So they decided to release some films early in digital streaming. This is one that actually has HDR, a 4K stream, and Dolby Atmos support. This is actually one of two that has all of those. The other one I already reviewed in a separate video. That was Birds of Prey, and this is going to be Bloodshot. I did not see it when it was out in theaters, and so what did I think of the movie itself? This movie was everything that I kind of expected it to be. It is a really dumb action movie. It is really dumb. Some of the action, I would say, isn't particularly filmed that well. That is what it is, and that is actually par for the course when it comes to Vin Diesel action films outside of the Fast and the Furious franchise. When you take Dom and you rip him out of his car and you put him in another franchise, this is what you get. But this movie also has a lot of good ideas, and I feel like that is what I connected here the most. It has a lot of sci-fi elements to it, and the whole dying and coming back again as like this like regenerative soldier guy. I feel like it's actually a crazy concept just because of the fact that they say that he is rebuilt by nanomites, and you can actually see like little bugs inside of him because that's what nanomites look like in this movie, and they are actually recreating his cells. It is an absolutely crazy concept to think that in the future we will regenerate ourselves through bugs that we will replace for actual cells in our bloodstream. Crazy. But it is just a goofball, funny B-movie sensibility that this movie has, and it at times just takes that and runs with it. And that's when I like this movie the most, when they incorporated the futuristic elements of what they see for us in the future into the action scenes. I felt like that just made these action scenes 10 times better. And I like them more, and I like the movie more when it explores our future. Just the crazy-ass ways that this movie says that our future will be. And for that, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. It isn't the best movie of the year, and actually, it's a pretty dumb movie, but I was entertained all the way through. Now, when we're getting into the digital stream here, like Birds of Prey, this movie, as of right now on IMDb, is saying that it has a 4K digital intermediate. Now, when it actually comes out in physical copy, sometimes they do change that and say, no, it was actually given a 2K digital intermediate. Sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes they change the information. I will update it if it changes when the physical copy of this movie comes out. But with all that being said, I'm pretty sure that this movie was actually shot in 4K and has a 4K digital intermediate. I don't think it's going to change because this looks damn good in streaming. I would say that this movie, I've streamed quite a bit of films in 4K, even though I don't talk about it a lot on this channel. As far as clarity goes, this is crystal clear, and edges are sharp and crisp, and you could pass this off as a physical copy with how sharp and crisp this actually is. There is a fair amount of separation from the foreground and the background, creating a decent amount of depth here that I do not associate with digital streams, but it is here. This is crystal crystal clear, and it is apparent that this movie was shot digitally because there is very, very, very little grain here to speak of. Now, as far as detail is concerned, there is a lot here. Now, you know, with this crazy futuristic world that this movie wants to portray, there is a lot of detail just in, you know, backgrounds and scenery. From the futuristic cars to the tech that is in this film, I feel like there is a whole lot of cogs and machinations that go along with that you can clearly see in 4K. And facial features here are excellent, top-notch, and very few scenes of softness, and black levels dip perfectly to black. And along with that, you have the HDR here, which is fantastic. There is a lot of red in this film. They take that name that this movie has, Bloodshot, pretty literally, and there is just a lot of red here, like blood. And when it comes to that, I feel like the reds, even though a lot of it is CGI created here, they really do pop in 4K. So whenever you have these nanomites that are rebuilding and you see them all in 4K as they're like circling around and restructuring Vin Diesel's character, it really does pop in 4K. As a matter of fact, all the CGI in this movie really does pop in 4K because of the HDR, and only one fight scene towards the end really did come across as really bad CGI. And with that being said, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 as far as video quality in streaming is concerned, because this is excellent. And this was actually given Dolby Atmos support as far as streaming goes, and let me tell you, I have never streamed Dolby Atmos that was this impressive. Ever. A lot of times, it's a little faint. And it just feels a little compressed to the actual physical copy here, but damn, this hit hard in bass response. And it just had multi layers to it. This is a very dynamic sounding mix that has a lot of different bass tones that is just great. It rocked my house. Constantly, I feel like every speaker in this mix is constantly being used for something, whether it's ambient noises, the score, or something. Every second of this movie is just something going on with this sound mix that is just blowing me away. I love that about it. High speaker work is really great. I mean, for a digital stream here, there was a decent amount of high speaker work, whether it was the score of the film or ambient noise, and there was a decent amount of action scenes that actually utilize the high speakers here, which is great. And yeah, I can't give this anything but a 10 out of 10 as far as the audio is concerned. This knocks it out of the park. So, yeah, guys, I mean, you know what? This digital stream for the video and the audio quality got a 10 out of 10. This is something that you guys definitely should check out if you don't mind watching just a dumb action movie that has higher aspirations than what it can actually pull off, because, yes, this movie does. Coming up next on the channel, I think that everybody has guessed what my surprise is going to be, but if you haven't, I have something big coming up for you guys, and I should be expecting it in a couple of days. As a matter of fact, I just got a shipping notification for it today. So, look forward to that, and if you guys have any suggestions about what I should be reviewing in April, just because it seems kind of like a ghost town as far as 4K content goes, comment down below, let me know, and as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't even say it because you know it. And I will see all of you next time.